Hi there. So I'm here and I'm ready to rock and roll with you guys. And I'm not quite sure. I haven't chosen any colors yet. So I'll have to look into what I'm going to do. And I'm thinking that I'm going to use the brush style file ones. Just, to shake it up a bit for once. And then I'll just use the brush ones and see what I have here. I have this one, it's the French Vermilion. I have the marigold, and I have a sunflower. There's one that's just called yellow. I think I'll take, maybe that's too close to the marigold. I don't think so. It's just called yellow. And then there's let's see, that's those. And we got something called vivid red. And then we got deep red. Those look very close. Then we got the geranium. We'll just have to check how close they are. And then we got the vivid reddish purple and a light violet. Then there's there's a Napoleon blue. And we got a mint green light and emerald green. And then we got grass green. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. See, we're going to build a bit on this. Hi, everyone. Nice to see you. Yeah, it looks great, Deanna. Looks really awesome. I saw it. Hi, Candice. Hi, Beverly. Deanna, Carol. Nice to see you guys. So now we got like a start. So I'm going to go for canary as well to build on that one. I'm going to go for this cerise. I'm going to go for pastel violet here. And then I'm going to go for a baby blue here. And I think I'm going to go for a let me see. We got 2, 4, 6, 10, 12, 14, 15. Maybe we should leave it at 15 colors. It might be nice. Maybe I'm having a little bit much here in the reds. But let's see. Over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nah, maybe we could need one more. I would like to see this green brown. Bronze green. I'm going to put the bronze green here. We need to see what that one looks like. And I'm just going to check that I got them the right way around. So these are the brush ones from the Style Files set. So we're going to go with those. And I have already sorted my colors for the one we're going to do after. Hi, Anne. Hi, Beth. Hi, Rosa. Nice to meet you. Oh, yeah, you have to catch up. There will be some time, but you can still come hang out, you don't have to color in order to hang out with us. I so hope your surgery will go perfectly. Hi. Awesome. Where did you share, Diana? I should share too. Now we're on. Where did you share to? I'm gonna see where we're gonna make a starting. Maybe this time I'll make 2 starting points. Not sure. I think I'm gonna maybe go for a starting point here. There. And I'll take this one and continue it up here. So that goes there. So this should spread out here. And then I'm going to make a starting point down here. And here. So that should spread both down and out. And then I'm going to make one more. And I think we're going to continue this one up here. Like that. So that should be our starting points. Well, my starting points. Oh, that would be so great. Oh, you're not supposed, but you can watch YouTube. It's almost like watching tele. You can watch it. So you won't be using it. You just have to watch it. I think you can do that. So not using the computer, don't use the mouse and everything. You just put it on to watch. You can do that. Otherwise, maybe you will miss it too much. But we wouldn't miss you. You will have to stop in whenever you can. Otherwise, we'll miss you far too much. So anyways, I got this going. Victoria had her second day in the new class, and I think it went better today. She was not as sad. So let's hope that it will continue to go well. And she was really, I just had a distressed phone call from my cousin's husband. Usually Victoria packs her suitcase herself. I don't really get involved with that. She just does it, and normally there's no problem. She packed her own suitcase when we went to Spain, and there was no problem. But obviously she had only brought one pair of pants and one sweater. She thought that was sufficient. And while she brought two pairs of socks and 3 undies, but she didn't bring night clothes, and she didn't bring, she only brought one sweater and one pair of pants. So he was very much like, did you not supervise her? I said, no, I don't usually supervise her. She's quite capable of doing it on her own. But obviously, today she had not been quite able to do it on her own. So now I have to be up at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. So they're going to pass by in the car and to go down and give them a bag of clothes. So that's funny. I was looking forward to sleeping in. So it's not really what I want to do tomorrow morning. But I guess I'll just have to do that, and then I can, like you said, then you can go up and sleep again. Yeah, right. Once I'm awake, I'm awake. I don't fall asleep again. I'm a light sleeper, and I have problems with sleeping. But it seems to everybody else, everything is so easy, you know? And then I say, well, it's not exactly every day that I have an evening where Victoria is not home. It's not that often that I have like a weekend off. So, you know, maybe I got plans, you know. So anyways, yeah, it's difficult to understand for people who always have a time off, that other people might make plans when they finally have some free time. Not that, you know, I actually had free time last weekend, but they don't know that. Anyways, I've packed some clothes for her, so we'll have to run it down when they come in the car. So that will probably be okay. So yeah, this is gonna be really nice. And yes, afterwards I'm gonna do a mandala on the, I'm gonna take off my sweater now, because I actually think that I've figured out why it is that I've become like sweating like pig when I'm sitting here. I think it's the spotlights that I have on, because I have like 4 heavy spotlights on to make good light on the drawing. Oh yeah, and I wanted to show you my new friend. I was in the second hand. I couldn't help myself because it was like $1. But it's my new little friend. Look at him. Isn't he cute? So he's like, you know, he can join me for coloring. He's a little froggy. And with all the glittery little froggy. So yeah, that's my new little friend. He'll just be sitting here. Maybe he should sit over there, yeah. He's good there. So sorry. Hi, Sally. Nice to see you. So yeah, is anybody coloring with me today, or are you just hanging out, seeing what crazy stuff I come up with, if I come up with anything crazy? Or if I come up with anything crazy. I already saw quite a few of these. I made a new folder on my hard disk for the February colors. And I've been going through all the ones from you guys from January. And I do think I might have missed a couple because there's quite a few of you that are really close to having all 31, where there's only missing 1 or 2. So I'm thinking I might have missed some. I want to make sure that I get everything in the big video with everybody's work. I did make one video with my own and the speed videos, but I also made a shorter video that I haven't shared yet on the site because I shared it on the Coloring Worldwide, Adult Coloring Worldwide, and I shared it on the Coloring Books for Adults earlier to try and see if there was somebody who wanted to come and play with us. I will share it here onto the site later. I will be downloading it from YouTube, and then I'll be uploading it here, so it's in the videos here. But I just shared it there to see if we could get a few new people in tonight that would like to also be in on our Weirdie fun, because we are having a lot of fun here. Hi, Tina. Oh, that's cool. And oh, that's awesome, Beth. I'm happy that you're doing that. No, I didn't share the video. I just shared a video of all the colored pieces that I did in there, but I'll be sharing that video here later. But I didn't share this live video anywhere. I think Diana shared it one place, but I don't know where. But no, I haven't shared anywhere this yet. It still needs to be shared to Coloring a Weirdie a Day group and to that's all cool, Tina. I saw that, Cat. It is really impressive. It's really impressive. I'm so much looking forward. I've been trying to sort out the videos. I just wanted, to give it a few days in case anybody had some that they didn't upload yet or something like that, so that I'm sure that I get all the ones from January in the video. I'm still like contemplating a couple of things about how I'm gonna work on that video, because it's gonna be impressive. I want it to be impressive so you can all see. But there's so many drawings. It's crazy. It's awesome. It's really cool. And I saw a lot of new drawings today. Really saw a lot, so that's really exciting. And I have to update, of course, the albums as well, with the ones that are not in it yet. I will update them probably tomorrow. So yeah, that would be really awesome. I'm looking so much forward to that. Yeah, so I just had, I went to that place this morning where I was supposed to go. That was like hell. I took Victoria to school at 8, and then I went straight from there, and I was supposed to be there at 9 o'clock this morning. And I went straight from Victoria's school in one bus and then another bus, and then I had to find it, and it was like in an industrial area that I don't know, and it just, I couldn't find it. It was just impossible to find it, even with the GPS. And you're just walking in this desolate industrial area. It was, I had a total panic attack. It was horrible, horrible, horrible. I have to tell you, it was really, really horrible. I started getting like, my heart was pounding in my chest, and I really had a panic attack because yeah, it was horrible. But I finally made it there, and when I finally made it there, it was like 9:45. So it took me 1 hour and 45 minutes to actually just get to the place. So I told them there's no way that I can be here at 9 a.m. When I put my daughter off at 8, it took me 1 hour and 45 minutes just to get here. So yeah, that was crazy. But they were very nice, very sweet people, and they said, "Oh, but we will make a note that it's not possible for you to be here before," and da 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 da. But I mean, I'm definitely not happy about it. But you know, now I know where it is. So, but it will still take that long to get there. I mean, it's not going to change how long it takes with the 2 buses and how long it takes to walk. And finally, I met somebody who I asked, you know, do you know where this is? And he's like, yeah, I'm on my way there. Just follow me. But you know, that could have been anyone. It's horrible. It was really scary. So yeah, that's the kind of situations that I try to avoid by more or less being places that I know, you know, and not running around in the fucking industrial area where there's no people and yeah, it was horrible. But the people there seemed very nice, and they're gonna start me off with a psychologist, so that's good. And they're gonna find one that specializes in PTSD. So you know, in that way, you know, they're gonna make something happen, and then they're like talking about maybe some physical therapy, or you know, they have different things. So I'm going to talk with a physical therapist about what kind of things I might be able to go into, and they have some group therapy about stress or anxiety handling. And I said, I don't know if I'm ready for group therapy. And she said, well, there's only going to be 4 in the group, and you know, it's going to be closed group, and you know, you can try it, and then if you don't like it, we just take you off it, you know, but then at least, you know, I can try it. So yeah, so it seems positive in that way. The only non-positive thing is that it takes me that long to get there, because then it actually also takes me that long to get back. But you know, at least they're nice people, very sweet. They seem very, you know, they want to try to help. And I was talking to them, to her, the one that I was talking to, about, you know, that I do coloring books and that I draw and that I'm an artist and that I would like to do something related to that. And she was talking, well, maybe we could find you some intern thing at some place where they offer different activities, maybe for elderlies or for different kinds of people, where they might, you know, you could offer this kind of activity, coloring and drawing or something like that. So in that relation, it was pretty positive, except for the, I mean, I really, when I arrived there, I just felt like going home right away. I was just like totally done. But then there were really nice people. There was a nice breakfast bread, and they were, you know, they're trying to make an effort, I think. Seems like that. So yeah, not all bad. And I got home just in time to be able to go pick up Victoria from school, make it in time. So that was always something. And then when we came home, I just told her to, you know, pack her suitcase. And of course, she obviously did not focus very much on packing the suitcase, I guess. Oh, that's awesome, Julie. Good. We need all the subscribers we can get. There's like, last time I looked today, there was 733. So the giveaway has, you know, sort of been working a little bit. So please, if you see the post with the giveaway on Adult Coloring Worldwide or on any other groups, just comment, because I will bring it to the top and more people will see it again. So comment on it, and that way more people will keep coming in. And hopefully, I mean, there's not a lot of time left to the 20th of February. And that's a deadline for me reaching the 1,000 subscribers. So I'm quite desperate, because it's going really slow with getting subscribers, even that I made 2 different giveaway posts. And I think the one that I made yesterday has been more effective. I've been getting messages. And also, if you are subscribing, please inbox me, even though that you're already subscribing, so that I can also send you the the free PDF, you know, so that you will get it. You know, I don't want you to be left out of the giveaway. So I'm gonna like do this one here, I think. Actually, I probably should have done the eye first, but now I do this. So yeah, so make sure you just inbox me, because then I'll just message you back. I'll put, you know, I'm putting a little note with each person's name in the bowl, like for Victoria to draw if I reach the 1,000 subscribers. So everybody's, when I get that inbox message, I will put the name on a, I will send you the link to the PDF and the code to get it for free. But I also put your name in the bowl that we will draw the extra bonus winner from. So it's important that you send me that message for the giveaway. So I'm just gonna continue down here. And I had Victoria help me pick out a pastel rainbow palette for the mandala, for mandalas 2 that I'm going to be doing for the cover after this. That will be exclusive to Patreon though, so that will only be available there, sorry. So I'm going to actually go here with a nosy, a little pink nosy. So the color palette is crazy cool. I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to go here, I think. And in the end, Joseph is going to go visit his sister tomorrow, where he'll stay over until Sunday. So, because he hasn't seen her for like a couple of weeks or something. So I won't be seeing him tomorrow. So I will be probably coloring. So I'll just have a chill weekend. I was gonna write to my friend and ask if she wanted to hang out, but I don't know. Maybe I'll write her later and ask if she wants to hang out. If she has the kids or not. It depends on if she has the kids. If she has the kids, she can't hang out. It would be nice to do something different when I have free time and I don't have to. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't think I'm going to be doing anything special. Besides, it's always raining here at the moment. It's actually even snowing before, which is weird. So it's not like really a weather where you feel like going anywhere. Well, I always like staying home anyways. So usually I try to get my friends to come here and then just hang out here with me at home. It's much nicer, much easier. So yeah, this one is gonna go here. So far I'm keeping my options open inside of the face here. Don't know why yet, but I am. I'm undecided about what's gonna happen in there. But in here we're gonna have that purple, that's for sure. Hi Patricia, hi Christina. Nice to see you. So yeah, and actually my cousin's husband was asking me about the YouTube videos, the link I sent him, and he said, yeah, but then we just put them on, then we speed through the long ones. I said, no, just leave them running through the night, or, you know, when you're not there or something, you know, mute them and don't speed through them. It's about the watched minutes, not how many videos have been viewed. It's the minutes that are counting. Oh my God, I really hope that we'll make it. But I think, you know, we'll make the views. The one thing that I'm mainly worried about, concerned about, is will we make the, because that is going up so rapidly because everybody's making an effort, I think. It has been going a bit down on the statistics the last couple of days, but we're up on 61 days watched, and there's 160 days, 66.6 days it needs to be watched before the 20th of February. So yeah, It's crazy. Yeah, really crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. But yeah, and I think actually Victoria is happy. She's still gotta have to get used to the new constellation of the class, but I think things went better today. So if they just continue to go better and they have some plans, they're going to some special place next week, and that it could be a good thing, to get some new friends and she's still got her boyfriend since 0th grade, 3 years. They're so sweet. But she's in a class with him, so at least she has someone that she always hangs out with, and maybe it's good for her because a couple of the other friends were maybe a bit too much demanding of her. So maybe it's a good thing that she's not in a class with them anymore and that she can maybe be more herself. So we'll see about it. Everything takes time to get used to, especially with your little. And she gets so angry with me because my cousin, she usually for December she gets a puzzle. Victoria's not very good at puzzles, but then she gets like 4 or 5 pieces of the puzzle every day in December. And my cousin thinks that then she will put it together during December to see the whole puzzle in the end. And she had gotten a really fancy puzzle this year. And I mean, yeah, Victoria really enjoys the first 2 days with the puzzle. And then she kind of forgets about putting it together and just puts it in a box. And obviously, this puzzle that they got this year was an expensive one. But it was like a 3D one. It was actually very interesting. But Victoria didn't want to put it together. And then my cousin had said that she should bring it to their house, and then they would do it together because she really wanted, to do it with her. And then Victoria didn't want to find it and bring it, so she kept slamming the door like little Miss Temperament, little Miss Drama, and then she actually squeezed her finger in the door. I know that is not funny. It didn't start to bleed, but it was red, so it drew blood, and she'll probably get a blue nail because of her temper. And she came in, "This is your fault, Mom. This is your fault." I'm like, "What is my fault? Look at my finger. Look at my finger. Look at it. I crushed my finger." She was crying. And I said, "You crushed your finger in anger, and that's my fault?" But I went out and I put it under the cold. It keeps freezing. Oh, have you tried like reloading the page? Or maybe I have that. Maybe I put it on the wrong again. That it's not on the right internet. Oh, I'm gonna check what I have it on. It is on the right internet. It is on the right internet. So maybe just try to. Are you streaming something else or Candice? And I have the cord is in from the router. So I don't know what to do to help you except to try to reload the page. I don't know if you're on a mobile or tablet or computer, Candice. If you're on a computer, restarting and then coming in again could be an option that could help if reloading the page doesn't work. That could help. Yeah, so yeah, it was a, so she had her finger under the running water, and I couldn't help laughing because, I mean, I wasn't laughing at the fact that she hurt herself. I was laughing at the fact that she'd been so angry that she actually had an accident because of her little tantrum about that puzzle that she didn't want to bring. She told me, I don't want to bring it. And I said on the phone to my cousin's husband, she don't want to bring the puzzle. She don't want to do it. And he was like, no, tell her to go and get it and bring it anyways. And then I told her that, and then she got really upset with me because she's like, I already said I don't want to bring it. Uh, but you know, I'm trying to sort of mediate a little bit. You know, I said, you know, well, you know, you can just bring it, and then that doesn't have to be that you have to do it. You know, like if you really don't want to, nobody's gonna push you. It's just maybe it would be fun, but no. So she didn't bring it. So I have to go down here. No, no, internet can be a drag. Yeah, if it's also playing video, that can interfere because it might be um, using the power of the whatever the yeah. I don't remember the word of what it is that it's using, but that can be if you're streaming at the same time or playing videos or downloading or uploading. Those things can interfere because then it's using power on that, not the computer itself. The internet thing is using bandwidth. Bandwidth, it's called. It's using the bandwidth, and then it has less because it actually needs quite a lot of bandwidth for this live streaming. So if the computer or tablet or mobile is doing something else at the same time, it can interfere with it because live streaming uses up quite a bit of bandwidth. That's also why it's best that I have the cable from the router put in the inside of the computer while I'm doing it, so that I'm getting the direct signal. So I'm not relying on the Wi-Fi that might fall out for a second or two and then ruin the whole thing with the sound and everything. So in that respect, that's a little detail, because live streaming uses a lot of bandwidth to send the best possible picture, the quality and everything live. It's quite fabulous that we can do the live streaming. I think it's great. I mean, that for all of us to sit in different countries, different time zones, and hang out like we're hanging out, that's quite a privilege in a way, you know, that we're able to do this. I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm having a blast. This one, oh, this is the one that, you see, this is the one that is murky worky. That's the one that exploded on me the other day, I think. It is still here. You can still see it here. It doesn't go off. Well, maybe if I use rubbing alcohol, but I don't have rubbing alcohol. And I think that that might ruin the surface of this plastic thing. I'm gonna change that plastic thing anyways. When Victoria's dad gets here, I'll try to get a new clean plastic thing. You know, it's very cheap to buy this. Usually it costs like 10 kroners a meter or something like that. But I sort of need a second person in order to put it on, because these tables are almost like 3 meters long, because they used to be the doors for my closet. So they used to be from the floor to the ceiling. So they're very, very long. I have 2 of them. And they're great for working because I put them up with some shelving systems underneath. as table legs. So I have like, yeah, it's a good system. It would be a great system if those shelving units weren't filled with my dad's books, because then I could actually have my own stuff in them, and that I really need space. Then I could have my coloring things and stuff like that, which would be very practical. I would love to have that actually, instead of having his old dusty smelly books in there. Then I could really, especially now where I'm making the videos, it would be really great for me to have those things just at hand, instead of having them on the floor and on the table and everywhere. We'll have to talk about removing his books, I think, so that I can actually use it, take full use of it. That would be a good thing. That would be a good thing. So yeah, I'm happy with this one. This one is a funky one. There's so much going on with him, and he's a little bit like a bandit. I don't know what kind of bandit he is. Maybe he's a stealing time bandit. Weirdie. He says some eyes, and everybody's watching us. It's watching us. RAM. Yeah, but it's bandwidth in this case also, yeah. Oh, now yours is getting interrupted, Patricia. Yeah, and then we can talk, it's much more fun. So I think that it's a privilege to be able to interact this way. I'm so happy I discovered it, and that I got my courage on and made my first live video. Because then it felt easier afterwards to start making more. And now I'm liking them. Now I love it. It's not a problem anymore. And even when I know that there's nobody there, because on the Patreon I might risk that everybody's asleep when I'm on, then I can even talk, even though that there's no one really responding. Then I think it's more difficult to say something when there's nobody listening or responding, or like commenting or something, but it is possible. So and we got finally the result of Steam It Iron Chef week 2, and I got one of my dishes got the 6th place. So again, I had a position. 6th place is, well, it's only the 7 first that gets that, that gets something. So I got a 6th place with the one dish and a 12th place with the other dish. My daughter was really angry because she was like the one that got the 5th place. She thought it was really nasty. And she was like, how can that get a 5th place and you get a 6th place? That's not fair. And I do agree with her, but, in the total of the first 2 weeks, I'm actually on the 1st place. Yeah. In the total standing, I'm on the 1st place. So that's good. Yeah, but I think you have good internet, really good internet connection, Tina. And you guys are getting fiber. I'm so jealous. I have a very, that's one thing where I didn't compromise. That was my internet connection, because I download and upload so much. So I really, really need a good connection with a lot of, bandwidth. And so I got the best one that they had on this UC thing, and they upgraded it, and I can change it. I can go in manually. If I want to upload a lot, then I can go in and change it so that it has all the speed on the upload, or otherwise if I want to download, then I can go and put that. But I have it more or less in the middle because I do both things constantly, and I don't want to be in there changing it around. I'm not some geek. But mine is usually pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, there was snow in the air when I looked out before as well. Yeah. Oh. We'll have to try to close down and open again. That's the only thing I can suggest. But there's more than one having problems. Um, so I'm thinking. I hate when you guys are having problems with seeing the video. It makes me sad. And also because I don't know what to do about it, what I can do, because I already checked and I'm on the right one and I do have the cable in. So it's not like anything real I can do to help you except for suggest refreshing or restarting. It's the only thing I can sort of suggest because that's the only solutions I know. And I know that it didn't work the last time for you, Bev, the restart and the, I remember that it didn't work. So that's a little bit annoying, but yeah. Oh, that's annoying, Patricia. I'm sorry about that. Here it seems to work fine. But of course, I'm seeing the direct live feed. So for me, of course, there's not going to be any interruption or anything. I'm baffled at that. Could also be, since there's no problem with the Danish, maybe it's American Facebook. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I can't figure it out because I'm not. It's just annoying. It's just annoying, and I'm sorry about it. And it does. I hate when it doesn't work. When things that's supposed to be working don't work. It's so frustrating. Thank you, Anne. Yeah, I would love to get some snow too. Oh, sorry about that, Bev. Reboot it. Maybe reboot the whole thing. Uh, just stops. I'm sorry. That's definitely frustrating. So in here we don't have the yellow, the lime yellow green because I don't have it in the brush markers because I only have the selection in the brush markers. So we'll have to make do with this one being the last screen before we have to continue. But it's nice too. would be interesting to see if it had the same issues on the live feed that I make through the YouTube, because that's the one I use for the Patreon. Could be interesting to see if it is a Facebook or if it is a connection, like to sort of isolate where the issue is. But it can also just be a provider. And I guess providers can also be disturbed by weather. I'm not sure. I'm not so technical. So yeah, looks like I'm gonna have to be up at an early morning. It's not exactly my plan. So I'm gonna continue it there. And I think I'm gonna continue, it fits to continue it here. So that I will be backtracking a bit here. On this one. After I finish with the yellow, I'll just backtrack here. Lots of sides. So that I don't forget it. Oh, I have this here. Well, gonna go here. And Victoria found her costume for the. It's not like it's like a carnival that we have here. I think it is now in February or something. I always forget about these things, so I forget about when exactly it is. But we were in the second-hand shop, and she found a taekwondo outfit. But it's a real one. It's the one that you use, and it both had the white belt and the yellow belt. And she was like, "This is cool, Mom." And normally she doesn't want to do dress up, not even on Halloween. She's like, "Nah, I'll just wear black leggings, and then I'll be a Black Panther," which fits because she's called Victoria Pantera. She's called Victoria the Black Panther. So so the Black Panther fits. But she saw that one and she was like, "Oh, I would love to have that one to dress up." And maybe she can start taekwondo. So she used to go to capoeira. It's a Brazilian fight sport. Yeah, I like my daughter to go to a fight sport. That's sort of one of my goals in life, is that my daughter goes to a fight sport, because she needs to be able to kick ass when she grows up, so that nobody can mess with her, that they will get a surprise if they try. I want her to be able to defend herself and walk with the security of being able to handle herself. I think just the fact that they have the ability gives you more confidence in the way you walk, and you just having that confidence can even avoid problems from arising. So I want her to definitely, I always wanted that, and she started capoeira when she was just before she was 4, and she went there for 3 years. 3 years, yeah. Well, she stopped when she was 7, because I just couldn't afford it anymore, which is pretty sad. But you have to sometimes, it's a fact of life. If you can't afford it, then you can't afford it. She did go there for free, because I told the teacher, the guy who had this I told him that I couldn't afford it, and he said, no, just keep coming. But then I felt really bad about keeping on coming, and then because she started in the school and in a new after and everything, then she was actually really tired and didn't feel like going. So then we just stopped, and I would love for her to start again, but it's just I've been looking for other extracurricular activities like sports and stuff, but there's just nothing that's affordable here. It's like crazy expensive, everything. That's why I got her the roller skates, because I thought then we can go roller skating together, and that will be, you know, it's a one-time investment in the roller skates, at least for mine, because I mean, my feet haven't grown for a long time, and then I thought she would be able to fit mine when she grows out of hers, but she already grew out of hers. She's already using my size and using my roller skates. So yeah, cool. But then she'll grow out of them soon, and then I'll have them back. Because yeah, she will. She won't stay my size for very long in the shoes, I think. Okay. I'm using style file markers, and today I'm using the ones with the brush tip. There are two different kinds. There are these style file markers who has like a felt tip here, like this kind of tip, and in the other end it has a chisel. Here, chisel. It's a very nice chisel. And these ones are the same ones, but they have a chisel in the one end, like the other one, but then they have a brush like this. Well, it's more like a brush shape and it's softer. That's the difference between the two. So I'm using the ones with the brush today. Hi Rose, nice to see you. So that's what I'm using, Savannah. Style file markers. And that's because the guys with the Style File Viking have actually given me 2 sets, which is really lovely. I hope they will back the Weirdie a day with more ink. But normally I use a wide variety. I use more different markers. So it's not like I'm using these because they gave them to me. I also use others that weren't given to me. So you didn't miss anything except for all the stuff we talked about so far. And it's just been general, how was my day and what did I do? Yeah, oh, Rose, you want to know that I got the results in for the second week of the competition, and I got a 6th place again. But I am the leader of the league because I'm the only one who actually donated to the reward pool, to growing the reward pool. I'm not the only one. There's one more who donated, but she hasn't participated. So I'm actually number 1 in the total because of the bonus points that I've gotten for donating. So right now I'm the leader of the league. I'm number 1. I have 28 points. And number 2 has 17 points. So that's pretty good. So yeah. Then I bet some people will be saying, oh, but she's buying her position. I donated last time too, and there you didn't get bonus points for donating. So, and it's free for everyone. Everyone can donate if they want to, so it's not like it's a unique situation. And I definitely make less on Steemit than any of the others, but I just think that it's nice to grow the reward pool. And if everybody was donating 5 crypto dollars, I mean, it's a crypto value that you earn in there. It's not my money. I'm not like taking money out of my pocket. So I'm just using the valuta that I'm earning for my posts in there, and then I'm donating to the competition because I want to support the competition. So in that respect, I'm actually number one. So, and I was thinking, yeah, when they see that, you know, then maybe more of them will donate, because a lot of them, they make like maybe 100 crypto dollars or something a post, whereas I make like 83 cents or something like that. And sometimes I make like $2 or $3, but that gets divided up, so you don't get that much in the end, because it gets divided up in Steam dollars and Steam power. So yeah. So yeah, you know, it's free for all of them to donate and help out with that. And obviously they're preferring not to donate and not to contribute to the reward pool, and that means that I'm number one. So now we got the new theme today, and the theme of this week is lettuce. So I have to make 2 dishes with lettuce. So that's going to be interesting. So I already have 2 ideas for dishes that I want to make. The one is going to be like hard lettuce, and then in the leaf of hard lettuce, I have like a mix of scallops, tomatoes, like small tomatoes with that's been mixed with the chili and the butter, and that has been fried hard with chili butter, garlic, and all other kind of, you know, Asian Thai style, very strong. And then you just cut fine lettuce and mix it in after it gets off the heat, so that it doesn't get all yucky. And that just goes in the leaf and is served on the leaf. I'm thinking that maybe I'll make that. And the other one dish that I wanted to make would be like, instead of having like a roll, you know, like for instance, you can get like a Peking duck, you get in those like pancakes, Chinese pancakes. Then I was thinking to make a roll where I'm using like confit, duck leg confit, and then with a plum sauce, all the regular like Peking duck, but a confit duck, confit de canard, with those things, but then rolled up in a salad leaf, in a lettuce leaf, instead of being rolled up in a pancake. So yeah, that's my 2 ideas. They can both be very pretty. But I was also thinking, because I also have, actually, I have a can of crab meat. Crab meat. That sounds like crap, but it isn't crap. But anyways, I was also thinking about maybe making a roll with that, because I already have that. So then I would only have to buy the lettuce. So I'm thinking different alternative, because if I can use something that I already have, then that is ideal. So maybe make like a crab and red grapefruits salad to put inside, with a mayonnaise to put inside a leaf. I don't know. I'm still like in the thinking corner. Lettuce is something that I don't use very often, not even for salads. Then I use different kinds of stuff, spinach, and I don't even use lettuce a lot for salads. So, but I'll get there. The theme came very late today, so it was even too late to shop for it, because I was already on my way to start coloring, and so that will have to be tomorrow. But then I also have a good night where I can think about what I want to do. But I just want to, you know, get it done quickly and make something that looks beautiful, and make my entries, so that I don't have to stress about it in the last minute. Last time I actually cooked it pretty early. I just didn't make the entries early, but that was okay. I had all the material ready. I just didn't have time to upload the vlogs, but I've done it now, so that's ready. So yeah, this is gonna be quite good. This is looking really lovely. Looking lovely, lovely. It's looking funky here. So yeah, that was an update on that. Exactly. It's a good thing to know the basics of self-defense. Self-defense. It was for the Brussels sprout spaghetti, and the other one with the grilled kale and the coleslaw with blue cheese got the 12th what. But I mean, when you see it, it doesn't really make sense. But I think it's just because there are so many vegan contestants, and I do have a little inkling of a feeling that he has a preference for the vegans or vegetarians. I do get an inkling of a feeling that the judge has a preference there, but I don't really care. That just makes me want to go for meat even more. But it seems that some of the dishes that get higher placed than mine are just the ones that have only like veggies or vegan shit in them. Sorry, I said vegan shit, didn't I? Then it wouldn't be really vegan, would it, if it was shit? Anyways, um, I just think that he had maybe, or I don't know. In some cases, I don't feel that the ruling or the judgment makes sense. And in other cases, there's also like, does it really matter? I'm not gonna, yeah, it's gonna be okay. It's all right. My baby's coming back. So yeah, my daughter was offended, highly offended about the one that got the 5th place, which was like a kale soup. And I do agree with her. It looked pretty nasty. It looked pretty nasty. It did not look very good. It did not look like something where you say, I want to eat that. No, it didn't. But it was a very hearty, good kale soup. Just imagine how a kale soup is if it's been standing there boiling for hours and hours with all kinds of. Yeah, well, anyways, it's farty soup. A very, very farty soup. And it seems that a lot of people made soup, actually, to my big surprise. I remember once I was on a diet that involved kale soup. It was horrific. It was a horrible, horrible diet. I didn't lose any weight anyways. So I do not recommend it. But yeah, I don't know. How his criteria for judging is also an all over. He gives points for different things, and I would say in most cases what I cook is fairly simple because I do believe that everybody should be able to cook it. I don't believe in using techniques that people can't use at home. When I make a recipe, I want it to be accessible, and I want it to be something that everybody can actually make without being too difficult. It may look very pretty, present itself very pretty, and it may appear that it's very very difficult when you see it, but when you look at my steps, then it's very simple and it's very clean cooking with very simple ingredients where, you know, I'm not complicating it. And, you know, that might be a part of it, that my recipes are not that complicated. That could be one of the judging points, I don't know. And then maybe sometimes I do think that my plates look good, but they're not like Michelin star quality plates, because I just can't do that iffy little stuff, because I need to have something on my plate to feel that I can actually also get full from eating it. I mean, I can see how pretty those plates where there's almost nothing on them look, but I'm just thinking I'm never going to get full from that. So there's a few things involved in that one. I don't know. But anyways, you know, I'm having a blast making the food, and I'm making food that I love and that I want to eat, and I enjoy eating it. And last time I was really like all in. I would be in the kitchen 5, 6, 7 hours, and I would be doing like 7, 8 different elements on a plate that were really difficult and high level and complicated and everything. And then I would end up not even getting a placement, even though that I had a perfect dish. And I would get so disappointed and upset and, you know, sad, and it would affect me a lot. So I decided that, you know, I was very much in doubt if I was going to participate in the second round, because I was letting it affect me too much on my personal pride if I didn't get a placement when I put so much work in it, and I knew that my dish was perfect and innovative and creative and something that hadn't been seen before. You know, then it really bugged me that I didn't get a placement. Whereas now I just do simple, clean cooking that I enjoy and that I enjoy to eat. It's a very, you know, uncomplicated, delicious, rich food. And now I'm just like, yeah, I know it's not complicated. I know it's still creative, and it's still something that maybe others haven't thought about. Different. I don't do the obvious, but I'm not letting it bring me down in the same way, and I'm not spending as much time on it. I'm just having a good time with the cooking, something that I like, and then I upload it, and then I don't really, you know, it's not gonna hurt me if I don't win, you know. It's just, I'm just enjoying the challenge of cooking with whatever is put up for that week. So I'm trying to take it less what is called, I'm trying to not go overboard on it and then be so obsessive as I was the last time, so that I can sort of just chill about it. So yeah, that's my strategy for this time around. And then just say, you know, I'm gonna use all the meat that I want to use, and I'm not gonna, yeah, let it bug me. Ooh, shuttle art markers, that sounds nice. I'm looking forward to seeing the result with them. It changes from week to week how many actually makes entries. I think the last week for week 3, so far 30 is, I think it's like a record. 33 has actually entered. But now you can also enter twice, and I've entered twice each time with 2 dishes, which gives me a little bit extra. And then I have a chance to make 2 lovely dishes. And yeah, now I'm just, yeah, I'm chilling. But there's actually 33 who have entered. There's a lot that are new, and there's a lot of the dishes that I would never ever eat or even look at. or even, I mean, there's a few of the dishes where I'm thinking, is it a joke? Actually, yes, you have to elevate the product to a higher level, and that has to be the sort of main, it has to, I mean, I add other things like meat and stuff that might be more main, but it is sort of elevating and bringing that to the center, the product. And I think it's hard, but with the lettuce, you can make this, a roll, like I say, or make it like the feature point. No, it just has to be lettuce. It has to be in the lettuce family. Yeah, me too. Or I only use part of it, and then the rest I get. That Brussels sprout spaghetti is fabulous. It's so easy to make it, and it just tastes so good. It's one of those things where it has a taste because they're so lightly, they just lightly done. But it's one of those things where you can get a craving for the taste. So sometimes I'm just like, oh, I really need it. I really want it. Or if I see like really little sweet Brussels sprouts, I'm like, oh, I really want to make this now because the taste is just really great. Exactly. And that was where I lost focus on the last one because it went like, I just wanted to make a perfect dish. And I got so disappointed when I didn't win. And my daughter had to say, look, mom, take it easy, and and I'd be pissed off for days about it if I didn't get a position last time. So now I'm like just chilling, taking it very easy and not obsessing, trying not to obsess about it. Just wait until I get a second place or something, then I'll start obsessing again. No, I'm trying hard not to obsess about it. I haven't even sent pictures of any of the dishes I made to Joseph. Usually I would send him a picture of the dish and he would be really excited about it. But then he would be asking me, how did it go? How did it go in the competition? Your dish looked perfect. And then I'd be really disappointed to tell him if I didn't get a placement because I was so disappointed myself. And I know he would be disappointed for me too because he thinks that I cook. Well, he loves my cooking. So he would be disappointed too. So yeah, this time I'm just trying to be relaxed about it. Be very relaxed about it. But I'm also thinking that maybe the judge, he sees me as some sort of amateur mommy cook. Uh, he doesn't know that I was a foodie before foodie existed. That I have eaten in the best 5-star, like in the best Michelin restaurants. That I've been everywhere, and also been training in 5-star resort restaurants. But he doesn't know that about me. So I think sometimes he's been like a little bit condescending because he thinks that because I also put up stuff where I'm baking with Victoria or making simple pancakes or something crazy, something nice that you do with kids, he sort of maybe thinks that I'm just, that, he doesn't know my background in food. So, yeah, and I think he's a bit of a food snob, probably. But that's okay, I just take it as it comes. I've seen what he cooks. So, and I wasn't impressed. So he can say as much as he wants that he's been working at a 5-star hotel as a cook. I've been to a lot of 5-star hotels and eaten there. So, but it's okay. I mean, I'm fine with it, and as long as I'm having fun and I'm not getting like totally offended. He always comes with very nice remarks. So on my dishes, he writes a very nice, about what he likes about it. With the kale, with the meat, where I had grilled the kale and made that slaw with the blue cheese and walnuts. He wrote that he could see that my meat was perfectly cooked. And he's absolutely right. My meat was perfectly cooked. Very, very perfect. Just the red that it has to be when it's that kind of piece of meat. So, in that respect, he's always very nice with his comments, and he points out the good parts. So, yeah. Butter lettuce. I don't know what butter lettuce is. I have no idea what that is. I never buy lettuce because I don't use it. I mean, normally I don't really make salads, only for entries in the competition, because I'm the only one here in the house who will eat salad. And now, yeah, I can make it when Joseph comes, because he will eat anything I put in front of him. He'll just eat it. Anything and everything. He will clean out all the dishes. He will totally eat for 3 people. So that's a nice, satisfying feeling to cook for him, because he really enjoys it. I like cooking for somebody who can eat. It's horrible if people are sticking at the food. Oh, you'll have to go and rest, Tina, if your headache is bad. Yeah, you have to go to bed. Go to bed and rest. As soon as I know anything, if there's anything happening tomorrow, well, I won't be seeing Joseph. So maybe there's nothing gonna happen. But get a good night's sleep. The headache will only get worse if you stay on watching, so sleep well and feel better. Oh, can you find a picture of butter lettuce? Because maybe it's just because it's not the same word in Danish. We have the hard lettuce, but butter lettuce I've never heard. That sounds really nice. And if it's sweet, I might be able to use it for a dessert. Could be fun to do a dessert. A lettuce dessert. So yeah. And then it's gonna go up there. My dad has been quiet today. I think he's not drinking today. He wasn't yesterday, so I'm thinking that that's probably why he's quiet. He's not rumbling around all over the place, which is nice. Or maybe it's because he went to the treatment of the shoulder today that he's tired or something. Because I think the treatment is also painful. He gets sort of some electrodes put on, and then they put like a current in, and that really hurts. But he says he can take a lot of it, and the doctor is surprised, the one who's doing it, how much he can take. And he says it's because it doesn't hurt as much as the shoulder hurts itself. So yeah, I guess he's suffering. So I'm just hoping, I mean, I don't know if they're gonna operate. The doctor says that he thinks that it will have to be an operation, that it can't be fixed. My dad is hoping that it can be fixed, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. I think it's going to be hard if they operate him, because as of right now, there's very little he can do, but if he's been operated, then there's even less he can do, and then, you know, he will feel more bad, he'll feel worse. So yeah, but we'll have to see about it. So here we go. And this one was a backtracking here. So I'm just gonna backtrack that one to the end so that I can pick it up. Yeah. I just had to watch where I was. That was the backtracking part. It's looking good. Maybe I should just keep that going just until I get it. Oh, the little one, the jumping, he had to jump on here now. So yeah. But it could be fun if they help me find some place where I can actually use the art and the coloring and do something that I find useful. Maybe I should suggest to them that they have like a creative mindfulness class at the center. Then they can use me there. No, I wouldn't want to go there on a permanent basis. It's just too far away. It takes that long to get there, and it's a nasty place. I don't like that place at all. Not the place, it's the area I don't like, where it's located. That's what I don't like. But they must be getting a very cheap rent there. That must be why it's there. But it's also like an old factory building, so I'm betting that the rent is very cheap. And I did do one weirdie today. I watched the X Factor without Victoria. That's not the same. It's much more fun watching with her. But while I watched it, I drew a weirdie. Yeah, that is good. That would be really lovely, Anne. That would taste good. Walnuts and blue cheese, that's a charm. So this one, I'm just going to continue up here. And I did the speed video of yesterday's. I just have to download it from YouTube and put it up on the page as well. kept breaking up that download from yesterday. It's really annoying. It took forever to get it, but I got it. And when Joseph called today, he was calling from his break at work. Normally they get a break at 6 to eat, but it was 8:30 when he called. And they've been having a lot of problems with the metro, with people blocking the doors and him having to go because then the trains stop and everything, and he's been having to go and fix it. And it sounded like it was a very stressy day with lots of problems and stuff at work. So it's annoying that I have this accident. It's a spittling. Spit, 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 spit. Oh, that's annoying. It was spam. I mean, it's because of the... it doesn't look at the link. It just looks at how fast you posted and if it's an external link. And because we are communicating on the messages, on the comments, then if we're typing fast, is that new robotic system is why people end up in jail for nothing, because the system is not, it's not a person determining if it's spam or if it's real. It's an algorithm that is detecting how fast one is posting and what kind of stuff one is posting, if it's links or whatever, that's the problem. That's actually the big problem of them using these algorithms, bots, to police with, because it's not an honest policing, because they can't really police, because they can't evaluate if something is right or wrong. So it's a stupid system. So now you have to jump back, little one. Yeah, jump back. You can watch from here. It's okay. I like him. He's a nice one. It's my new pet. So yeah. My daughter was like in the second hand when I got it. Yeah, then you'll play with it for a couple of days and then you won't play with it anymore, Mom. She likes to say that. She said that with the ring too that I got. But it's just, sometimes it's nice to get some pretty stuff that it doesn't cost a lot. And just, then makes you feel good for a moment. And hey, she's gonna get my collection of rings anyways. So she should be happy. Well, she doesn't really wear anything. So I'm still undecided in here, but it will come. It will come at some point. Actually, contemplating to make it purple. With the blue lips. Like if I make this purple here. Well, now I'm just gonna do it. Oh, I have to do down here. Yeah, I did a really lovely next generation Weirdie today. With a lot of action on it. You guys will like it. Because they're also evolving, I'm evolving for each Weirdie that I draw. So the Weirdies are also evolving a little bit. I'm so annoyed that I have to be up and go down with the clothes tomorrow at 10. But yeah, it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Because I just like the thought that I could just stay in bed and not have to get up or go anywhere, that I could just sort of, like really chill tomorrow. Because even that we sleep longer on the weekends, I'm still more on, when Victoria's here, it's different. If I was just, it's just nice. And I have my bed all to myself and everything. So, it's just a nice thing. So, but anyways. So, this is gonna have ice blue lips. This one in here is gonna have ice blue lips. That's pretty cool. That's pretty weird. But in a good way weird. I like it. So, yeah. Yeah, copy paste. That's the thing that they don't like. They don't like copy paste. Sleep well, Christina. It was nice to see you. Yes, better get some sleep in the night instead of sleeping your day away. So I'm sleeping my day away. So good night. I'll be busy tonight because I will be doing one more video after this one. I will be doing that mandala with a spiral effect in 2 parts of 8s. One with the pastels and one with the full-on colors. And I already got the palette laid out of 8 of each. And I got my mandala ready. So that'll be fun too. And I think it's gonna be an experiment, because I never really made a pastel rainbow before. So it's gonna be interesting because I also don't use a lot of pastel colors. And it's this one that we'll be coloring over on the Patreon. And as you can see, there's 8 of an 8. So there's a one, yeah. Then I don't know which one will be pastel and which one will be the other colors yet, but that's the one we'll be playing with 2 sets of 8. So it will definitely be funky and fun. This is neat. Yes. I like these colors together. They're pretty good. It's a nice selection, I think. It was really unpleasant today when I was starting to panic about not being able to find a place, and walking in that place is like it's totally deserted. It is a place where people live, but there's nobody out on the street. So, like at that time, people are either at work or they're at home, or So it's just then I had to walk like down, so it was horrible. And behind some buildings where all the garages was, and I didn't know where I was, and then I thought I was getting in the right direction, and the street I would come to when I came there, that would be the correct one, and then it had a different name, and I was just panicking totally. Really horrible. But at least now I've been there once, so now I know the way there. So now I can feel a little bit more secure next time I go. At least that I know where to get off on the bus, and I know how to walk there. And next time I won't be, they will know that I can. The earliest I can be there is at 10. So that's good. And I have to meet my contact person there. I was supposed to have a meeting with her today, 12. But since I was already out there earlier and finished, they told her to that to make the meeting another day with me. She seemed very nice. She was wearing like the headscarf thing, but she actually, I mean, I'm not trying to be prejudiced, but we do have quite a lot of Muslims in the social system working, because obviously it's a place where they probably get more jobs easier. I don't know. But my normal experience is that the Danish that they speak is very poor, that a lot of the times they have problems even, that I even have had problems understanding some of them that I've had to deal with. And I don't think that when I go to my social authorities that I should have a problem understanding the counselor. I don't think that is normal. But she was very nice, and I could perfectly understand her, and she was very welcoming and everything. So, and then she wanted to have a meeting on a Friday in the winter holiday, and I said, well, it's a winter holiday, I don't want to bring my daughter here. And she said, no, then we'll do it the Monday after where your daughter is in school. So she was okay. Okay, nice person. So yeah, it was positive all around, I think. Very positive experience of the people there, not the place. I don't like where it is, and yeah, I hate that. And I really wish that I don't have to go there anymore. But I mean, that's also a step, that's having to, yeah. But I can say whatever I say, but I will be feeling the same way every time I go there. I'll be feeling like crap. Because I've known with the other things they send me out to, it just gets worse and worse every time I go. But at least here it will be 5 hours a week. So hopefully it will be in one day, all the 5 hours, so that I only have to go there once a week, where the other places have been every day from like 8 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock in the morning till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So in that way, this is nicer. Yeah, there's a little purple-faced lady in there. Sister to the blue-faced lady, yeah. Yeah, she probably is. She could be. She could be. But she's sporting purple really nicely, and she's sporting blue lips and the blue here in the forehead as well. And green hair. So yeah, it's looking good. I think this is also a very lovely green color. What's it called again? Let me see, this is called mint green light. I don't think it's light. I think it's pretty dark. Sorry, I mean, I think it's pretty dark. It looks light on the cab, but it's pretty dark. Yeah. But maybe it'll dry up lighter. It didn't before. Not that light. Not what I would consider light. There's even like two little eyes down here. Did you notice them? They're like pretty weird. Like a toe eye. Eye toe. Oh, I should stretch a little bit. That helps. It's always good to stretch a little bit. Just a little bit. I think it's going to develop nicely. It's going to be really nice and radiant colors on this one. And so yeah, I was actually hoping that I would see Joseph tomorrow, but I guess he's pretty stressed. And he feels bad that he didn't see his sister for so long. So yeah. You had a big blooper. What happened? What happened, Rose? On mine, sometimes when I make bloopers, I just continue it on the other side if I can. Because they are bound to happen sometimes. You lose a concentration or you're thinking about something else all of a sudden, and then your mind is in a different place. I think it's gonna be really pretty. So what was your blooper, Rose? This is gonna be good. It's sort of like if you just isolate here, it could be sort of like an Egyptian thing with this big head thing on. I haven't really looked at him a lot from the other side, the other way around. Let's have a look. Let's have a little look. It's kind of funky too. Ah. And I still didn't get the copy paper or any message from them. So we'll have to wait till next week and hope for the best. But it's funny that Victoria didn't pack anything. I think at the moment she's having a preference for just wearing the same all the time. And they're actually going to the experimentarium tomorrow. So Victoria loves that, so that will be fun. So they'll also have to pick up her card for there. But to come by at 10, that's like... And also because they're not going to be bothered with one of them walking up to get it. I'll have to go down. I'll have to go out on the street with it to the car because it's impossible to park here. But if you're two adults in the car, then one of them could stay in the car and the other one could go up and get it so that I didn't have to go on the street. But yeah, it's all about convenience. Oh, I know those. I think, it will change. It's a constant change. It's everything is always changing with her. So, I don't, I just take it as it comes and I let her have her phases of what she wants. And I'm not too bothered with it as long as she's happy and natural, as long as she's being herself. I would hate it if she was being a Barbie doll or something like that, I'm happy that, the other girls, they're playing with makeup and they're wearing clothes like little teenagers and they're 8 years old. So, in that respect, I'm really happy that she's not into all of that she's just natural and likes to play and her clothes is practical. She doesn't want to look like a little doll. She's just one of the boys in a way, and yeah, she has her long hair, and that is a feminine part of her. But besides of that, then I think it's good that she's a little bit of a tomboy, and I think that's good, because it's healthy not to be like a little doll who's only talking about makeup and the pop idols and stuff like that. She's not into those things. She'll draw those like pop idol boys for her friends and stuff, but she's not into it. She's not having posters of people hanging up or. So in that way, I'm happy that she's just the person that she is, and I support that. And I'm happy that when she just does choose something that she want to dress up as, that it's a taekwondo suit and not like a princess suit, I'm happy that she's like that. I think that that's cool. I think she's cool. She's got her own style, her own way of being, like insisting on having two different socks. She's been doing that for years. Um, just there's little quirks about her that makes her her, and that's a part of her personality, and I love that, the little quirkiness. The only thing I don't love is her fierce temperament, because she does have a temperament, and I have no idea where she would be getting a temperament like that from. I mean, her dad is really calm, so it, yeah, quite possibly it just came out of the blue, if you know what I mean. But she hasn't learned yet to have a temperament in the right places, so sometimes she'll get upset about things that she really shouldn't get upset about. Um, but that will come. That will come at some stage. She will learn to distinguish what to get angry about and what not to get angry about. I hope. Because if she's gonna get angry about everything, she's gonna really spend too much time being angry, and it's not worth it. Definitely not worth it. It's way, way better to just be happy and choose your battles carefully, because being angry or dramatic takes out a lot of you, a lot of energy that you could use better in different ways. Um, but she will learn that. It will come. Yeah. I think, she would prefer to wear football clothes all the time. Um, she really likes to wear football clothes, and she prefers to wear Barca football clothes because her dad is a Barca fan, and so she prefers that football clothes. And she's not like, she doesn't hang out and play with the football boys. Um, but they are very impressed with her football clothes that is from Barcelona. It's not bought in a Danish shop. It's from Barcelona, actually Barcelona. And the funny thing is, of course, it's the same clothes, but they don't realize. But it's just, for them, it's way cooler if it's from the country. Um, so, so they're like very impressed with her football gear. She doesn't even play football. She asked me if she could have football shoes, like we saw some in the second hand. I said no. And she's like, yeah, but they're cool. And I said, yeah, but football shoes is for playing football. And you don't play football. And football shoes is not for walking around in. That would be really uncomfortable because they're stiff. So yeah, this is lovely. It's getting really colorful, like all the other ones. It's so nice to see them all. Now I have them all in the folder, and it's really nice to look through. It looks really good. It's developing. So yeah, altogether, even though I had the panic attack and everything, then I think today was a good day. I got my 6th place, and I'm the leader of the Steamit League so far. So that's a good thing. I'm happy about that. So this is looking good. There's a good feeling about him. And oh, ay. These are very soft to color with. They're very bendable, flexible, but they are pretty easy to color with as well. I like the felt tip. Well, they're both felt tips. This one is just a more flexible brush-like manner, whereas the other one is more stiff. So I think you can actually color faster with this one, but somehow I just like the more sturdy tip. Even though this one can go into small places and be very flexible, and it colors faster, I still just I just have a preference for the other kind of tip, I think. And I can't really, it's a bit silly because I can't really pinpoint why. I just feel more comfortable with the other tip. So yeah, I'm weird like that. Because when you look at the one from the tiger, that also has more of a shape like a brush. Like if you're looking at this, it's shaped like a brush, and if I take the tiger one and we look at that, it's also a little bit more brush-like. Yeah, but it's much harder. It's much more sturdy. It's much more solid in a way. And I guess I like that solidity when I'm coloring. Even though that this is probably actually more flexible and manageable in some way. But yeah, I guess we all have our little preferences. And probably a lot of that preference is what we're used to using. And it's probably because I'm used to using a more hard tip. I think it comes a lot from that. It's the same thing as if you grow up a specific place, then the milk always tastes different in different countries. And if you grow up with one kind, and you then go to another country, then you will still be preferring the milk from your country because that's what you grew up with. That's what's familiar to you in a lot of cases. The same with butter. There's some things that when you've had it your whole life, it's sort of what the taste is. It becomes what you expect it to taste like. And then when you get something that doesn't taste the way you expect it to, as with the butter or milk in different countries, then you're prone to not like it as much because it's not the same as you're used to. I did have some really, in Spain, I couldn't find Danish butter. Sometimes there was in the supermarket, sometimes would have Danish butter. But I often bought French butter with the flaky salt. It was really good. But for instance, that you have other countries where salted butter is only, you know, something that you have for to make it keep longer, where they prefer unsalted butter. And here I use salted butter for everything, because that's just normal. You can get unsalted butter, but it's not normally what I would get. So yeah, it's always little quirks to each and every country and habits. This is looking lovely. Lovely, lovely. Isn't it lovely? Mm-hmm. Na 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 na. So yeah, on to the next color. It is, let's see, we're just gonna go here. It's gonna be nice with these eyes in between. I think that's a funky effect. I still feel like he's a little bit of a bandit. There's something about his eyes that make him like a little bit bandit. Or he's just an utter surprise. No, he's not an otter, he's an utter surprise. Yeah, my little lame jokes. So, yeah. This is good. Lovely red color. And now I'm just thinking, I need inspiration. Ask me something. Ask me something. Anything. Just ask me. To get me going again. Ah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's funny, Kat. You're right about that. No, I just think that eyes have always fascinated me, and I just like eyes somehow. So there's always like I see eyes everywhere when I'm drawing. I see places where I could put a set of eyes, and sometimes I sort of have to limit myself and not put too many eyes on it because you know it can get a little bit too much. I just really like eyes. I don't know why. It's just something that I really like. I never feel like anybody's watching me. Well, yeah, I do. I've had some stalkers. Then there was always somebody watching me. But no, it's not about that. It's just I really like eyes, and I like the shape of eyes, and I like the different looks that eyes can have, and I don't know. It's just eyes are life. You know, it brings life in some way. You know, so I like eyes. I also got drawings. Yeah, you do. I have to find some way to get back in the art money. I was a member since it started, but then they started charging a yearly fee, and the last time the yearly fee was, I couldn't afford it. But now they just sent an invitation for an art money expo where I could participate with my art money, and I have quite a lot. Because I've been drawing them since art money began, and they're all original pieces. I have a lot of them, and it would be nice to be on the expo, because I don't like the expos but you know it's a good thing to meet others and maybe establish some connections. I was thinking today, if I went back into art money and reactivated my profile and everything, then I could actually make an art money coloring book. But the thing is, since it has to be original and signed, then it would have to be a limited edition, and I would have to get it home. There's a lot of practical things about it. And the art money has a set price. It's sort of like an art currency. I will show you one day my art money that I created. But I'm not sure. In a way, I always supported the project from the beginning, and I would love to still be in it. It's just that yearly fee is a little bit difficult. Before it was free, and I've never sold a lot of art money, so it's not like that can pay for itself or something like that. It's just, yeah, I don't know. And I just got a message today, and I didn't delete it on my email because I'm gonna actually read it and see, because there are several expos every year here in Denmark with the art money, and it might be a good thing to participate. Oops, I forgot a rat in there, I think. Me forgot the rats. I have a whole box. I actually think I have 2 boxes. A whole box full of them. It's a lot of them. And I always love creating them. I've both done like original drawings, paintings, and collages, and quote things, and done a lot of different kinds. But I hadn't done coloring ones, so that might be fun, to make a new dimension. And expand it with my recent coloring things also. Hi Danny, nice to see you. Yeah, it could get good exposure. So yeah, but the thing is, if I made an art money book on CreateSpace, I wouldn't be able to sell it as official art money, because each official art money has to be numbered and signed by the artist. So then I would have to make it a limited edition, and I would have to buy all the books and get them sent to me, and then sign them. And then I think, in the end, for what the art money is that it has a set value, then it wouldn't be financially, what's called, wouldn't be good. It would be too costly. Then it would make more sense if I just made like, it wouldn't be feasible, because it would be nice to make an art money book, art money coloring book in the right dimensions, but that would be doable if I was living in the States, because there the shipping of CreateSpace is nothing, and the import tax, you don't pay import tax because it's in the States. So then I would be able to do it and still make a very small profit from them, I think. But here, getting them all the way here from CreateSpace and then selling them would not make any profit at all. It would probably rather be a loss, because I would also have to pay to ship them out. So it wouldn't be real. It wouldn't be a realistic thing to do, unfortunately. Well, I think you have to first and foremost, Carol, think about what do you prefer. Do you prefer to print out the pages yourself, or do you prefer to have a printed book in your hand? That's the first and most important thing. I make more if you buy on PayHip, for sure. Because if you buy on Amazon, then I get a royalty, and CreateSpace takes its part for production, which is perfectly normal. It costs money to print and all that, and Amazon takes its part for having it up there. So in the end, what I get on Amazon is not a lot. And I sort of like, I've figured out that if I have that social sharing discount of 50% on the PayHip. So if people use that, then I actually make still more than I would make if it was on if it was sold on Amazon. So that's why I keep that 50%, because I think it's a good thing to have, that people can get that, and I will still make, well, it's close to the same, but it's still more than what I would make if I sold it on Amazon. But I mean, it really depends on what you prefer, the print book or printing it yourself, because sometimes it's also nice. For instance, let's say, let me give you an example. 1 second, I'll be back. Okay, just going to be back with a few examples. For instance, something like this, like my coloring companion. If you normally buy your books on CreateSpace and color on the paper in those books, then this book is ideal to have from CreateSpace, because then you can test your colors on the same paper that you normally color on. But if you normally print out pages, then it's better to have the PDF and print it out on the same paper that you color on. That makes more sense in the case of this book. But then you have a book like this that is meant to have in the purse, and you can see how tiny that one is compared to this one. So this one, to get that and have to print it at home, you would also have to cut it. So this one is definitely more practical to buy in the print version, so you can just put it in your purse and bring along for coloring. And this one, which is the tiny fat book of pattern designs, it has 250 designs inside. It's a brick of a book. You can see how fat it is. I mean, this one has 50 pages. You can see how thin that is. It has 50 drawings. You see how thin it is compared to this one. So I mean, just printing 250 pages at home will be more expensive than buying the book. So in that way, and this one also has a unique size. It's 6 by 6. So it's this little funny brick. Okay, I see somebody besides myself colored in it. I didn't do that. I did not do that. Is there one more place? I did not do that either. Interesting. This I did. So this is a lovely one. And I have 3 of them with the 250 different patterns in each one. I love these little ones because the patterns are small enough not to be overly repetitive. So they're just fun, little fast things to play with. I played a lot with it, as you can see. I actually made quite a few drawings that I really love. This is looking so good. It's just a nice size, and it's just a nice, fat, big. Yeah, it's called Tiny Fat Book. You see, it's pretty. And then, of course, I put a piece of paper in between. That way, they're all single page printed. You can see even the back of the page becomes really pretty. So I just have it's actually, this is my in-between page. As you can see, that's the one that goes in here. And this one I did with Faber-Castells. Oh, sorry. In the middle of coloring, I just started doing something. This is with the Marco Renoir. Yeah. Look at them. They're so pretty. Yeah. So this is, this one is the Koh-i-Noor, where I blended them. As you can see how well they blend. It looks really pretty, really, really nice to blend with them. So yeah, for instance, a book like this, I think is better. If you have to print 250 pages with the ink and paper, it'll be pretty expensive. And it's nice to have this big fat one. It's nice to hold. It's nice to sort of hold up, and the tiny one is nice to pop in the purse. So it sort of really depends on, first of all, your preference. Second of all, the size of the book, the kind of book it is. That's my opinion. So we just got totally away from our coloring for 2 seconds. I got sidetracked. Sorry about that. We'll get back to it. Yeah, art money. I can. There's a whole, somewhere on my many albums, there's a whole album of my art money on my page, where there also is links to the different things about art money and a description of what art money is. So there is an album that is dedicated to art money in the photo section that I made a long time ago, where you can pick up a lot more info on them. And I'll show you my art money. Not now, because then I'll get sidetracked again. And besides, I have so many, it would have to be a separate thing, I think. I can do a video where I show you my art money and talk about it. It's an interesting concept for artists. And I just liked the concept and the idea from the beginning, and that's why I've always been a part of it, except for the last 2 years, because I couldn't afford to pay the stupid fee. But I do understand the fee, because in the end he had to invest a lot of money to have a proper website with a lot of functionalities built. There's like a traveling system where there's hosts in different countries, and they will charge the price of staying over on someone's couch or guest bedroom is 1 art money per person per night. The host can, of course, put up how many people he has a room for and how many nights is possible, if it's on the sofa or if they have a guest room or something. And that is supposed to be like a cheap way of traveling for artists, where they can pay with their art money. And there's actually cafes and restaurants where you can pay a percentage of the price in art money. And all art money artists are obligated to take, I think it's 50% or something of the price of their original art in art money, if you're an art money artist. So I know actually for a fact that the guy who started it, he paid off his student loan with art money. So yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. I mean, there's even places where you can pay you know, where you can buy wine and I never tried it, but then pay a percentage of it in art money. And there's other hotels and different ones who have partnered because they like the idea, and then they've gone in. And of course, it's just a percentage of the price that you can pay in art money. But it's pretty cool. I mean, it's a nice thought of having currency for starving artists that they can actually pay with what they produce. So art money has a set size. It has to be this dimension. It has to be signed by the artist and numbered by the artist. So it's sort of like an art money movement, or yeah, but I think it's like 12, 15 years ago it started now. And I was a part from the very, very beginning. I was one of the first 5 artists in or something, which is why it's so sad that I'm not in anymore. And I really should be. I have all my art money here. So yeah. And it's got artists from all over the world. I don't know how many artists are in now. I think probably a lot dropped off after with the fees. But I think no, because he made it that it was only the Danish artists that had to pay the fee initially. So actually all the artists from abroad are not paying the monthly, no, the yearly fee, because he did that. It was only the Danish artists who had to pay. I think he did that to not lose all the artists, you know. And also because it has been helping artists in the poor countries also. To make an extra income or something like that. But yeah, I like the idea and the concept. If I believe that it will ever work as a real currency, no. I don't think so, because of the world we're living in. I don't think that it will. But the thought, I mean, it does work in some instances, because there are some partners and there are some places where you can use them. And I think that the guy who created the concept has been very, very good at using his and advocating for using them in different places, whereas that might be more difficult for others. So I think, you know, in some respect, it's definitely, but it's a project worth supporting, and I was sad when I couldn't stay in, because I think that it's a nice idea that artists could actually pay for their groceries with their art, or pay their bills with their art. You know, that would be a very nice thing. But unfortunately, it's probably not very realistic in the long run. But you know, sometimes the concept is worth it, worth everything. You know, it's just the idea of it. And if it were to gain enough support, then, you know, it could become a reality. But it would take a lot of attention, and it would take like a change of mind. I mean, there's one politician who made a party here. Before he was in a different political party, but then he made his own party. And there you can pay for the membership fee in art money to become a member of his party or his political thingy. You can pay that membership fee in art money, because he totally supports art money, because he thinks it's great. So, you know, there are little things. There are little things that are interesting. Um, so yeah, I like the concept. Yeah, I love that little patterns book. I mean, yeah, I have three. There's a 1, 2, and 3, and then they are also there in the dark editions where they're the opposite of these, and those are fun too. Those are the only ones that well, not the only ones. I haven't, of course, got everything on PDF because I have 85 books published. So I have a few things that are unique that are only on PayHip, like the collection. And then I have one book that is only on Etsy. But there's the one that's only on Etsy, and there's the one that's only on PayHip. But then the rest of the books, 85 books, are all on Amazon, because that's where I mainly sell the books. But I've started to upload more PDFs and make that more available, because I recognize that a lot of people actually do prefer to print on their own paper at home. So yeah. And that's why it's nice to have both options. And I also need to upload on, you know, prepare more and put them up as PDFs, but I can't do everything that I want to do because there's not enough hours in a day, so I take it little by little. Right now I'm just focusing on getting my new stuff up when I make something new, to also have a PDF version, and then little by little adding the older books, so that they, in the end, they will all be available. I think there are some midnight books that just, you know, they would just be too costly for people to print, and it wouldn't be a good result, because home printers with all the black background is, first of all, it eats the ink. Second of all, it won't be as consistent as a professional print unit will be, and it'll just be very costly to print at home. Unless you, of course, go to a copy shop and have them printed, then it's the same as printing the others, because they just have a price per copy, and that price does not involve if there's this much or this little ink used. So the midnight copies, if I put some up and if anybody's interested in them, it would definitely be better to have them printed in a copy shop. Than to print at home, unless you have like a very, very, very good printer and unlimited ink available or something like that, because it will eat the ink. It will eat your ink up, and a lot of times it will be not a really great print job with all the black. Be uneven, whereas it's not uneven when it's on a professional one. So let's see what we got here. Here we're gonna start from up here. So I got distracted quite a few times while we were coloring. The distracted Maria. That's good. We saw some other stuff too. So, and we're still moving on with this Weirdie. We're still developing. Oh, I have to watch. Oh, it's only 2.5 hours, so that we don't have any timing issues. You know, I just got that 4-hour thing in my head, and I was thinking, oh, I have to watch it. But we're not getting like close to 3 hours or something. So yeah, I'm gonna go up here first. Yeah, this is looking good. It's looking good. I was thinking the other day, I saw like in December there was an expo where they were like projecting the art up to a house, like a big building, the end of a big building, like a big surface, projecting it. And I was thinking the other day how cool it could be if my coloring was projected onto a big wall like that live. That would be pretty cool. That would really be cool. Like color Weirdie a day in a outdoorsy, like maybe in the summer, if I could find some place where they would be interested in doing that. You know, like it shouldn't be entirely summer because it would be dark enough to see it, probably. But it would be like, imagine like a big building where on the end of the building where there's no windows or anything, you just could see my live coloring, and then you just sit around with the outside in the good weather and then color along. That could be pretty cool. Art event. I think I'm gonna try to talk with them, with the guys that I was doing the expo with when I did the expo I did here. I think I've made an album also with that expo. I'm not sure. Probably I didn't. Probably I forgot or something. To talk with them about how to maybe go about and doing an event like that, because it could be pretty cool. And I know that they were the ones who did the December one. So he'll definitely, like the guy who's in the head of it, he will have the contacts in order to how to do it practically, because they already did it. But he might also have the contacts to where I could possibly do it, because that would be kind of cool if there was like a few places, or maybe just one place, you know, like one place, but where, you know, people also would like to hang out, and then they could just sit and then they could have the printed out page and color along in a park or something where it was close to this whatever. It could be like a pretty cool thing, I think. So yeah, I was thinking about that. I have to try to remember his name and everything, so that I could contact him on Facebook, because they originally contacted me for the expo on Facebook. I know that they contacted me for another expo. That in the end I didn't participate because I don't know why I didn't participate. I actually don't remember why. I probably didn't have time, or I didn't feel like being there or something. Yeah. There must have been some reasoning for me not to participate. Oh, I think it was in December, not this December, but last December. And I didn't have time because Victoria's dad was coming. I think it's something like that. Because when he's here, it's not like that I'm free or anything, because I sort of have to be there because they can't really understand each other. So they kind of depend on me a little bit for their communication in a lot of cases. I mean, I can be away for a couple of hours, but besides, he gets really tired of him very quickly because he will just go to sleep or they will fight over the iPad. I mean, the last couple of times he was here, I had to take the iPad so none of them could use it because he would take the iPad to watch football or something stupid. And then Victoria would be sad because it was her iPad and she want to watch her things, and then it would be like a little drama. So I just had to take the iPad so that nobody could use it. It's like children, little tiny children. So I just had to confiscate it and hide it, and then none of them could use it. Yeah. Interesting. But now he can see most of that stuff on his phone. But of course he's more interested in looking at it on the iPad because it's got a bigger screen. Yeah. Babies. So this is looking good. It's looking very good. Yeah, there is a description on Wikipedia. Yeah, there should be, I think. Oh, yeah. Do you like it? There's a few. I mean, I'm hoping that you guys will help me. Just comment on those ones that I've put up so far and maybe help me share a bit to other places. But commenting on adult coloring and coloring books for adults, because that's where the most members are. And for each comment, then it'll pop up to the top so more people will see it. And it looks strange if I'm commenting myself constantly. I do try to answer comments, then I'll pop it up. I won't answer comment like, it's best like if you make a comment on it and it's just popped up, then wait a bit, because then, then we don't want it to pop up every 5 minutes or 2 seconds. It's better than to wait and let it go down a bit or see what happens, and then I answer and it pops up again, and then there's another comment and it pops up, and that's the best way with these things. And every time it pops to the top, there's somebody new who sees it and might react to it. So that's why I also wrote comment on the post, because that makes it pop up again. But yeah, I mean, we're on 733. Now I don't remember how many we were on yesterday, if it was 720, but there has been a few coming in today. And I did send out some books, and of course all of you guys who are already on the YouTube, you just send me a message and I'll send you also the book and put your name in the one for the bonus draw. The bonus draw I make if I get the 1,000 followers by the 20th. If I make it. If I don't make it, I'm not gonna make the bonus draw with the Koh-i-Noor pencils and the signed copy. So that's if I make it, because I have to make it. I have to make it. But I know myself, I probably will make the bonus draw even if I don't make it, because I'll hate not making it. But that's the general idea. The general idea that there's a guaranteed win by going to subscribe and following those very simple steps. It's really simple. I try to make it as simple as possible. There's a guaranteed win because you will get the PDF. And then if I do reach the 1,000 followers, 1,000 subscribers, it's called, on YouTube, then there will be a draw of all of the ones who subscribed or sent me the message that they subscribed. There will be a bonus draw, and on that draw, then one person will get the real book, the physical copy, signed by me. I have it here. And they will get a new set of the Koh-i-Noor, like this, the woodless ones. Yeah. A new set of those, because they're my favorite colored pencils. And they're not so expensive that I can't afford them. And I actually already ordered them. They just haven't arrived yet. I ordered them a while ago. So then the people will get those two. The person who wins the bonus draw will get that. So that's that. That's that. But that bonus draw is, if I get the 1,000, then I reach the goal. So that's why it's a good. I'm hoping it's a good incentive. And now, you know, I have the one post that I made yesterday, and then, you know, I might make another post. Maybe I'll maybe I'll make a live video tomorrow where I color in the actual book with the progressos or something, and that live one maybe you guys can also share, and I can share, and then, you know, maybe that will create more interest and will be sort of like a follow-up on the first post, and, you know, then I can sort of develop on that a little bit. You know, like, yeah, if I make a live video where I sort of look through the book and choose one of the drawings, and then I color it with the colored pencils that you can win or something like that. And, you know, that could be a good idea for further promoting it, and I could do that maybe after the color Weirdie tomorrow, something like that, just to give it more of a boost. And the best time to boost it is, of course, in the weekend when people aren't working and more people will see it. But the essential is that, you know, if I do that, then if somebody comments, so that it constantly goes up, and that will all that will help, I think. It's great, Heather. Awesome, Rose. That's awesome. Each and every subscriber is really important for us, or for me. But it's also important for you guys, because if I lose that partner, the thing that worries me about losing the partner is not losing the ability to put commercials on my drawings. The real bad thing is that I will lose that ability to upload videos that are longer than 15 minutes. And I will also lose the ability to make live videos, I think, the live streaming. So there's quite a few things that I'm sort of depending on, that I need to work, and that I can't really, I mean, I never thought that they were going to change, you know. I think it's, to be honest, I think it's kind of lame, since I've been a partner for like 2.5 years, almost 3 years, I think I've been a partner. And then to all of a sudden say, oh yeah, but, you know, we are now, I mean, they sent me an official mail that they were canceling the partnership with a 30-day notice if I didn't have the required amount of followers and hours watched by the 20th of February. So it's sort of, I already got that cancellation notice of the partnership. But if I reach the goal, then I will stay in. And then I won't lose my abilities. It feels like it's a game and not a fucking streaming service, video channel service, but I guess it's just because they have a lot of small fish, and they probably want to get rid of them and have more bigger fish that the sponsors would be more interested in. They're like being more commercial than Facebook, and well, Facebook is also getting more and more commercial because they want to sell their ads. So that's why they're limiting small businesses from sharing with these algorithms, because they will have to buy paid ads and boosts and stuff like that instead in order to be seen. So it's all about the dollar, both for Facebook and for YouTube. Of course, you know, this is a business that they do. They already make so much money, so but they just get greedy and they want more and more and more, and that's why they're actually killing the small ones that they were supposed to be supporting in the first place. They were providing an opportunity for small artists and businesses to be seen worldwide, which was an awesome, awesome thing that has helped a lot of people. But now they lost sight of that in the greed of wanting a big buck. So now they're killing the small ones that they were actually helping to begin with, you know. They're just killing them off because they're not profitable. So yeah, it's kind of sad. And it's sad that, you know, that you have to sort of fight for it. So I'm just hoping that I will succeed and stay in and keep growing. And yeah, that's just what I'm fighting for at the moment. And it's really funny that, you know, the people you know personally are not really interested in doing it. You know, they're like, you know, I don't know, you know, and it's just like, okay, it's not that difficult to do, to help a friend who needs the help. It's not that difficult to subscribe and to leave a playlist running. You can turn the noise off. You can minimize the window so you don't have to watch it, and just keep it running a little bit so that I get some hours out of it. I mean, it's different if you're on like a paid data thing. Then of course, you know, I wouldn't ask people to do that if they don't have where they have a limit, you know, like you have the what's called the, like I have I can stream all that I like. There's some people who might have a data plan or something, and then of course I perfectly understand that they can't use all their data in watching my videos. But most people here in Denmark have like just where they pay every month and they can actually use it as much as they want, and then it shouldn't be a problem to do that, you know. I mean, you can, yeah, and obviously it is because a lot of people can't be bothered. That's why sometimes, you know, when people say, oh no, I think that's not really for me, and I say, okay, but that's great. I have fans and friends in the US who are doing it for me, who has never met me, you know, who's never actually met me person to person, who hasn't known me for 15, 20 years, and they're helping me. So that's pretty cool, you know. And you've known me for what, you know, for instance, my cousin, she's known me for my whole life. But now her husband said that they had been actually playing the videos. So I said, well, you have to subscribe as well. And then just keep the videos playing when you're not home, or you know, I mean, they could really rack up some hours because they got their own business, uh, and the house. They're two people, so they have two separate accounts. Um, and in the business, they have like 5, 6 computers. So if they just, left them running overnight or something, when they're not using it, yeah, I would have the hours in a jiffy. But it's a funny way to be thinking, because it won't take anything away from anyone to just do that little thing. Little thing. I do understand that it can be complicated if you don't remember your Google password or your Google account. I do understand that. It's not like I'm oblivious to the complications involved in doing it. The hassle of signing up if you aren't already signed up is annoying. I know that. And I do understand that. But I'm quite surprised that, because the first post I made about needing subscribers, there was almost over 1,000 that saw it. So of course a lot of the people who saw it might have already been subscribed, but not everyone, because then I wouldn't have the problem. So yeah, it's just the way it is. And then you just have to fight a little bit harder. And I will fight a little bit harder and try a little bit more. And I won't be discouraged until the 20th. I'll keep hoping that we'll make it there, I'll keep hoping. And I think we will. I believe. Because you also have to believe in it. If you're thinking, oh, I'll never make it, then you'll never make it. You have to believe that you will. So I do. This is lovely, isn't it? I think he's turning out really nicely. It's a funny, these chunky things here is a funny. Chunky legs. And this the look on this one's face is also funny. And this one just looks cool, calm, and collected. That's a girl. This is a dude, and this is a dude, and they're both like, This one is just sort of a little bit cheesy. This one is like surprised or in horror. And these ones, the eyes, they're just there. And this is just cool, calm, collected. I'm here. So yeah. So Victoria will be going to her favorite place, the experimentarium, tomorrow. I'm betting she will have a very good weekend. My cousin is great at planning things. She likes to plan a lot. And that was what her plan was, that before Victoria has to go to the birthday party on Sunday, they were supposed to spend the morning making the puzzle. And that was why I got like at 6:30 this morning when she got up, most likely, or 7 o'clock this morning. Well, I know it was before, because it was really early, the message, to bring the puzzle. But no, Victoria did not want to bring the puzzle. She does not want to play with the puzzle. But I think it would be awesome to see it done because it looks like a pretty cool thing. But you know, I mean, I always loved to do puzzles. And I've always been great at puzzles, also big ones with over 1,000 pieces and stuff. But I saw once, I always found it really, I tried to teach Victoria how to, you know, to do a puzzle. Like first you find you find the 4 corners, then you find all the ones with the straight edges, so you make the frame. And then you work from there. But she never got it. She never ever got it. She'd be putting them together in all the wrong ways, the puzzle pieces, and trying to force them together. And it's just like she never saw the light with how a puzzle works. And then one day I observed, she wanted to do a puzzle with her dad, and they were both on the floor, and I could see that he was doing exactly the same thing. He had no idea how to do a puzzle, no idea where to start or how to put it together, or you know, like any logic, and he would just also try to just force the pieces together. I mean, it was just like seeing the 2 same people doing really strange things. And I think, you know, she's okay if it's a fairly easy puzzle, but she will lose the interest very fast if she don't succeed. If it starts to prove it's just and I mean, I remember I could sit for hours. I could even like do puzzles that took days and days, where you know you make a little section at a time, and I used to love it, and I can even do it now. I mean, I still like it. I don't have time to do it now, but I do like it. I think it's funny to see it develop and take shape, but I don't think that she can do it on the iPad in a jiffy. Any puzzle on the iPad, boom, 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 it's done. But when she's sitting with it, she's just like, I don't know, she's ruining the puzzle. So yeah, I think that wherever my cousin read that the puzzles was a really great present for the December month to pass by and have fun every day with putting new pieces on the puzzle. It doesn't work on all kids. It's not all kids that will enjoy that daily activity. The hours watched will still help me. The hours watched will still help me, whether or not the person is subscribed. Any hours watched will help. The most important with hours watched is that they're coming from different IP addresses. If I watch, none of my hours will count because I'm the owner of my YouTube and my IP address is registered as the owner. That means if I watch my own video 10 times, it will not count towards views at all, because I might be watching it to check it or something. So my views do not count. It has to be views from other IP addresses. Yeah, I see it has to be other IP addresses, and yeah, I think so. I don't know how it works if you got more than one unit watching at the same time. I don't know how that works, if it doubles up or not. I have no idea. I know that mine won't work. I had one old PC computer, and I have put him on, and I've connected him kindly to the library downstairs. Yes, I did. I'm a bad girl. Because the library, they have free internet that you can use when you're in the library. And since I live upstairs from the library, I can use their connection. I can just log on. It's not a problem. It's not like you need a password or something. It's a public, because the library is a public. So so I can just log on, and you can do that if you're anywhere close to the library. I can even log on to the boss's internet as well. But I don't use it for mine because it's not good enough. Actually, the connection is not that good. But I've logged on that PC to the library, and I didn't log in as my own user. I didn't log in as a user or subscriber, and I'm just running the videos there. So I'm racking up a few hours myself on that one. But of course, I can never rack up enough myself. I did, you know, it's just, we still need 105 days watched before the 20th. So even if I have it running 24/7, I can max do 18 more days on it. But I also think that it probably will look suspicious for them if there's one that is on running 24/7. So I usually, you know, like will turn it off a few hours and then put it back on and just hope for the best, you know. But I mean, anything to get the hours and anything to get the subscribers. I mean, okay, yeah, there was a guy who suggested that I use Fiverr to get, you know, you can go on Fiverr and then you can pay to get extra subscribers. But I don't have a budget for that right now, and I don't like the idea of getting fake subscribers in a way. I feel that that's more fake, you know. I don't know. I didn't do that. Not gonna do that. I want to have a real subscribers. Of course, yeah, you know, when it's a family and friends, they're probably not really real subscribers, but then they're doing it to help you. If you're paying someone to subscribe, it's not the same, I think. I don't know. That's where my ethic stops. I don't want to pay some Indian to what is called Pakistani, or they're mostly based in India, and then they will have like 100 fake accounts. The problem is, if that's found out, then you're banned for life. If you do something like that, then you're banned. And I don't want to be banned. Then I'd rather, you know, work a little bit harder, a little bit longer, and get a real, you know, because if for instance YouTube finds out that you've paid Fiverr to get this and this many subscribers that are fake, then you can get banned. And I don't want that. That's the same thing like Facebook prison or something, and you don't want to get banned from YouTube because that's a ban for life. So no way. We finished him. It does me good, and that's for sure. It doesn't matter if you're a subscriber or not. The views are what counts. I mean, of course, the subscribers count toward the 1,000 that I need, but the views, even as a non-subscriber, counts towards the count of getting those 166.6 days in, which is really important. So that will count. So anyways, oh no, Rose, that was really bad. I've actually been looking at puzzles because on Sassel I can make puzzles with my colorings. You know, like with the blanks where you can color it, or with the colored ones. And I was looking at them, but so far I haven't found one of my drawings that I think really fits, because a Weirdie doesn't really fit to make a puzzle, because you don't want to have a whole background that has the same color behind it, because it'll just be too hard, I think, to put together. I don't know. It can't hurt. It can't hurt. I know that Tina has been running on several units, and I think that it helps. I think it helps. And especially if you're signed in on different names, probably that helps. Because there can be people in the same house who have you know, they are on the same IP address, but they're having different units and stuff. So I think that helps, that counts. I think you might be able to, Heather. Awesome, Julie. Awesome, Julie. Yeah, it's spelled with a Z. Z-A, Z-Z-L-E. Just it's like Sassel, but just I'll just write it. I haven't done a lot in there. It's called, but there I can make puzzles of all kind of different sizes, and that's also where I can make the Zippo lighters and a lot of different things. I really love the Zippo lighters with a little Weirdie on it. I think that's pretty cool. I want one. But there I can make puzzles. And yeah, I really want to make some puzzles in there. But yeah, I might at first go for something that's like more a full pattern. Yeah, I don't know yet, but I've been looking. It's just that I think, you know, if I put a Weirdie on a puzzle that's a square, then there'll be all that around. But of course, if you're going to color it afterward, but it's just going to be difficult, I think. Anyways, we're just going to have a look at the next 2 days, and then I'm going to show you something interesting afterwards. So this is the Weirdie for tomorrow, the 3rd of February. That one is already up there and ready. And I actually think that, did I put this one up yet? I'm not sure if I put the 4th. I think I put the 4th up today. This is the one that I think this looks a little bit like a sloth face. Whereas this one could be a really angry elephant, because this could be a trunk. But there could also be something here. And on this, then it becomes totally different. So yeah, these are the ones for the next 2 days of Color Weirdie Day. So we got something funky coming. I'll probably have to put them in the right order, like that. So that's the next 2 days. And this is the one that I'm gonna be doing on the Patreon. And I have the colors ready. I have a set of pastels. I'm just gonna take them carefully. This is the pastel set, and then I have a set of full color ones. Let's take them so that they can go in the order here. So that's the one I'm going to be doing with those 2 sets. Once I'm finished here, these ones are going away, because now that's done. So yeah, that's the plan. It takes me a little while to set up the Patreon, and I will have to go pee. Yeah, Unfortunately, I have to go pee, but then I'll set up the Patreon and I'll be on there as fast as I can. So that's the pastel set. So we got the pastel set and we got the full color set for making a spiral where I will take it very slow. Well, making 2 spirals where I will take it very slow. And this is what we did today. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Yes, I did put up the 4th. I thought so earlier today because I was thinking, no, because when I'm finished with the Weirdie, I'm going to be doing this mandala. So I thought it was better that I put it up earlier. Ah, I don't know Dr. Seuss so much. I've heard about him a lot. Oh, okay, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I've actually heard about that. Now there's something shimmering in my head. So I'll see you guys there. And now I'm going to sign off here with this perfect. I mean, he's perfect. I think he's absolutely perfect. And she's cool as a cucumber. And this one is just loco. Locosito. And then we got those eyes, weird eyes that are watching all around. So yeah, this is a cool one. So I'll see you guys in a minute. And bye-bye for now.